Hey, welcome to Moyne Bass Fishers. I'm Jim Moyne, a professional bass angler. So we are on our way to Lake Okeechobee. It is 2:10 a.m. in the morning. I finally pulled over into a parking lot here in Hannibal, Missouri to do some sleep. I got my camper with. I always got a truck camper. That's kind of how I've been doing it for a long time. Before that, I slept in vans. Before that, my original tow rig was a station wagon, and I would sleep in that. But we got the truck camper, living the life of luxury, and we'll be sleeping in this parking lot here in Hannibal, Missouri tonight. Excuse me. It was a stressful day, and the reason being is I felt like I was behind schedule. That's always gets me anxious. It gets me stressed out. And I probably was about 5 hours behind schedule. Last night, I was up till 3 in the morning, just working on gear, getting stuff ready, getting stuff organized, going through everything. I mean, you name it, you go through it when you're going to be on the road for a while. I mean, from putting a brand new blade on your razor to making sure you got enough toothpaste, making sure you got enough shampoo, making sure you got enough underwear and socks for the trip, and just going through all that stuff, and trying not to pack too much, because too much can just be over encumbering. So although I am over encumbered as it is, I just can't help it. I mean, I took stuff out. But here we are. So I was up late last night. Then this morning, wake up at, I didn't set the alarm, but I was hoping to get out. I was hoping to leave maybe by 8 or 9, but I knew that was, at 3 in the morning last night, I knew 8 or 9 was not going to happen, but that was certainly wishful thinking anyhow. So anyways, I woke up at 7, no alarm, so that was 4 hours of sleep. And I thought to myself, I'm like, man, if I'm going to be doing much of driving later today, I really need to get another hour or two of sleep in. And so I laid there for about 20 minutes, and then sure enough, fell back to sleep, woke up at 9, and at 9 o'clock is when I got up and got the day moving. And it was, I haven't been sitting still since. It was, I got up, ate some breakfast, cooked breakfast, ate breakfast, cleaned up the place. I still had more packing to do. It just when you think you're done, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta grab some of these groceries out of the cupboards that I could use, or I gotta go find this one last set of baits that I couldn't find last night, which I did. It was I had a box of lizards, about a white box of lizards about this big, with some special lizards in there I like to use for sight fishing. And I couldn't find, yesterday I spent time on it yesterday trying to find this box of lizards and couldn't find them, but found them today after I had everything out of everything out and packed up in the camper in the boat. That only leaves so many options left for where those lizards could be, and sure enough, I found them. So I got those packed up, and there's just so many just little things you have to do before you leave. And then just taking care of other life situations. Making sure you got these bills that are going to be paid, making sure you got what about your mail and all this and that. So it's all kind of goes into, it all takes time to get all this stuff worked through, and some of it you can't. Some of it, I did procrastinate, although I've been working on this stuff for the last few days. But I'm sure there's a few things could have been done a week ago. Of course there could have been. But anyhow, so then we got on the road. But man, I live in north central Minnesota, and I knew when I got to Minneapolis, St. Paul, I had like 5 stops I had to make there, which when you already feel like you're behind schedule, knowing you got to make these stops, it's just like, oh gosh, I wish I could just keep driving, but they're very worthwhile, extremely worthwhile stops. Stop number one is I had to get my boat trailer relicensed, so I had to get an updated license for the boat trailer. So I got that done. So now I'm not going to be getting pulled over and getting a ticket written up for having an expired license plate. So that needed to be done, which I tried to do last Monday, the previous Monday, but not yesterday, but the previous Monday. But when I got to Minneapolis, St. Paul, lo and behold, it was Martin Luther King Day, and all the DMV places were closed. So, and normally I just do it online, or I do it, or I mail it in, and then it shows up in the mail later. But that just got kind of misplaced in the in the filing system I have. So anyhow, so DMV. Then stop number two was at the Clam Corporation. Clam, they own the Blackfish Apparel Company. They own All Terrain Tackle, two of my sponsors. And I had put in some orders for some product, and the product was there waiting for me. It's dark here, so you're not going to get to see it, but perhaps I can, when I do get to Florida, I can crack that stuff out and just maybe give you a little hint, a little insight as to what I got from them. So, but it is some new rain gear, some thermal wear, and a few other things, some sun shirts, stuff like that. And then, of course, with All Terrain Tackle, they're jig specialists, so I got a lot of jig type stuff. So then after that stop, then it was the time to go see Bill Frazier, who is he's got his own soft plastic business. He makes tons of ice fishing, little panfish ice fishing baits. He makes bass baits, and he makes scent to put on these baits. So Bill was nice enough to pour me up some baits, and with some special colors I had in mind. And he, we decided a place to meet, which was, near him and near the route that I was on. So we met at a parking lot, made the transfer of goods, and I'm all set there. We can take a look at that stuff again when we get to Florida. Now, so then after that, then I had to go to the UPS store and pick up some mail there. And then I wanted to go to the bank, but I was 15 minutes late. So bank closed at 5. It was now 5:15. And then after that, I went to my cousin's, where I needed to fill out this application, basically as a reference for her to apply for a service dog through the VA. She's a wonderful pet owner. I hope they approve her, the service dog for her. I've known her forever and seen her operate with her pets, and these pets are been in great care. So hopefully she can get that. And then I got to start driving, and by the time I left Carroll's, it was like 6. And I drove from there to Hannibal, Missouri. Here, a lot of heavy fog, which ugly heavy fog. I mean, some really heavy fog. So I had to drive slower for quite a bit of the time. But thankfully, no ice. Thankfully, no snow. So that's good. In fact, it's drizzling rain here right now. Hopefully, it does not switch to ice. I mean, part of me thinks I should probably keep going, but it's 2:20 now in the morning, and it might be just as dangerous for me to be out there drowsy driving. So anyhow, so where does that leave me? That leaves me sitting here in this parking lot and doing this video for you guys and for me. Tomorrow. So what's the destination for tomorrow? I have no destination. The destination is Lake Okeechobee. I'm not going to be able to do it all tomorrow. I don't know where I'll end up. I drive until I get tired, and then I stop and crawl in the camper. So that's kind of how it works. Tonight, I'm going to be sleeping in this camper with no heat. I got no heater. So I do have a space heater that plugs into an electrical outlet, but here in this parking lot, that's not available. So, and what is it? It's 34 degrees right now. So you may wonder, well, how the hell is he going to sleep in that kind of weather? I've done it many times. The lowest I've ever done it was like 23 degrees below zero. That, I did get a little chilly that night, a little bit. I never did get completely warm, but tonight I'll be fine. So what I'll do is I'm going to put on some Blackfish thermal wear, and then I have this the soft shell Blackfish storm suit, they call it. So I'm going to wear that. I got these bibs on already, and I'll put this on, and I'll put a hat on, and I'll probably be extremely warm. Well, I know I'll be warm, plenty warm. Should be able to get a good rest, and you know, I'll have some gloves handy if I need them. I'll have that hat. The hat may come off, it may stay on. So anyhow, that was the suction cup on this holder coming off the windshield. But all right, well, let me get going here. Let me get to bed, and we will come back at you with another update tomorrow. Let you know where I'm at. Thanks for watching. Good night.